Alright, hello there everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. In particular, if you're a Buccaneers fan, you're having a very good night. If you're a Patriots fan, you'll probably just left the chat room and said no comment. It is time to get back to a game we did part 1 of earlier this week. Sakura Swin Club, aka Boobs. Da 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 da. And of course, I am joined by Mr. Jones, aka a man who is like me. He likes the final things in life. Now, of course, when we last left off with this game, we were just getting to the part where we were being tutored by one of our swim club mates. Of course, I did send Mr. Jones the picture I got from the company that made this. I'm sure he's like, this is definitely not... It was a Christmas gift! So first thing first, I would like to again give a... Okay, why is my phone... Okay, phone stopped going off. Yeah. So again, thank you to... Oh, go ahead. I gotta look up their name. Yep. So I would like to thank Gizuma, that is Gamuzumi, for making such wonderful, beautiful games of art. And that's his fault. And I think anybody who's played these games would agree. I know some people say, well, they're just easy trophies. Hey, this game, the trophies don't matter. They're beautiful works of art, damn it. I'm sure somebody's going to be like, what the fuck is Doug talking about? But, yep, same here. Beautiful works of art. Anyway, let's continue where we last left off. First thing first, why does every video game character, male or female, have a better bedroom than I do? I feel upset about this. I mean, seriously. Yeah, that's true. Granted, my room's kind of a nerd room, so I can't complain. By the way, Dave's probably in hiding right now, guys, because the Niners lost tonight. Sorry, Dave, got to pick on you. But hey, my Cowboys won, and your Colts won today, Mr. Jones. So it's party time. It's party time. And I think you're actually leading this week, actually. Yeah, that game, that and the Cardinals pretty much saved your ass. Anyway, it's about what I expected of her. Most of it's unorganized and messy. Stuffed dolls adorn the walls in her bed. Mikio, what is it? This room, it's it's you all over. You mean it's cute? Well, yeah, it's cute, but there's more to it than that. Stop calling me cute. Okay, why do women hate being called cute? I need a female to explain this to me. I don't get it. You know what? Uh-oh, here. Well, this is our rated M stream for the night, so... You gotta be Kim Kardashian or Paris Hilton. No, that's the only thing I could think of. I would say Lindsay Lohan, but if you do that, you might end up ending up on SVU with a disease. Dun, dun, dun. No, my dude did crazy chicks, but not that crazy. She puffs up her cheeks and turns her back to me. Anyway, I've already been through and reviewed the material. So this should be a breeze. Hey, she's got brains in her body. Na 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 na. So I couldn't resist myself. It's been a singing kind of day for me, more or less. Just tell me what you're having trouble with and I'll help with it. Do you really want me to answer that question? Because that might not be a good thing. I'm just saying. She isn't blushing and carrying on like usual. She must be feeling fairly confident about this. Let me just get comfortable. Oh, what could go wrong? Sure, go ahead. She begins to reach down towards her skirt. Mikio? What are you doing? Damn! As Junkyard Dog would say, grab them cakes. Oh, is that all you do? I said, grab them cakes. I'm sure everyone's going to be like, who's the Junkyard Dog, probably? Yeah, that's a... so yeah, women, when you're studying, do you just take your clothes off and just study in your underwear? If any females are watching this? Because that's pretty much what she did. She took off her skirt and she's wearing, pink panties with stripes. Damn, damn, damn. If it gets any tighter, it's going to be the thong song going na 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 na. But I do know why Billy Gunn is an ass man now. I am so cold. I have a feeling these videos will always get me into trouble one of these days. And the funny thing is, they have another game coming out. I think it's this coming new week or next week, which is way more ratio than this one. No, the next one coming out is more racier. That means it's more risque, so... I would too, I mean... I want to try to buy it. I think it's going to probably be $9.99 again, which wouldn't be too bad. Anyway, I'm sure we've had enough time looking at that fine ass, so let's get back to the story. Is she undressing? And Craig... and Craig Monin shows the eyebrows going... Hey Craig, welcome to a game that make you question everything about swimming. Her skirt quickly dropped... That was Mr. Jones. Her skirt quickly drops to the ground. I don't say anything though. I find myself too unsettled to really comment. But just do what Billy Gunn would say. I'm an ass man. Yeah, I'm an ass man. Wow, I love to love him. I love to shove him. I ain't singing that whole song. I ain't getting copyrighted by WWE. So, she undoes the top two buttons of her skirt, letting it hang loosely around her chest. Oh, great. So she's going to take off her shirt next. Remember, children, this game is rated M for mature, so if you're under 18, you may want to leave. If you don't, parents, don't blame me when your children starts asking questions about the birds and the bees. Mika, what are you doing? She begins walking towards me slowly, then takes a left. She spreads herself out onto her bed. Pulling a book out of nowhere, she immediately begins scanning through it. This is my book of notes. Let's see what I recorded about what you're studying. As she lies there, a very small movement seems to make the stripes ripple across her... No, I'm not going to say it. Not even in my head. I say... across her ass. This is something I can guarantee you, though, anybody who watches 8-Bit Eric or the Game Chasers. This is something they probably won't stream just because they... Though I think most of the audience would not be approving of it. So come over here to this channel where you'll see some weird fucked up shit. By the way, 8-Bit Eric, I hope you're feeling better, man. I know you Recently got sick, so hopefully you're doing alright. I know you're just trying to recuperate, man, so feel better. I can barely concentrate on the material she's reviewing. There's a problem here. Yes, a big problem. What? What is it? Why are you dressed like that? This is my room, and this is how I get comfortable. You know, that might be the smartest answer I've ever heard when somebody says, why you're dressed like that in a bedroom. If it's her room, she technically can dress to be comfortable as any way she wants, right? So, technically, looking at her is not wrong. I mean, it could be, but it's her room, and if she wants to be dressed like that, who am I to say no? If you don't like it, get out. Would anyone actually leave if a woman was studying like that? The answer is no. You don't care if you already seen it. What's the point in even trying to hide now? My purity has been ruined. And now I'll never be able to marry someone without shame. She really is being awfully dramatic about this. Are you sure that's really the truth? Of course that's the truth. And remember, as the Dr. Star Slickster said, the truth shall set you free. And then our truth will pin you and take the 24/7 championship. It's not like I want you to see me like this. She lets out a loud huff. You ask too many questions, Kay, and I hope, Craig Morgan, you're having a good night tonight. You're probably at work. If you're at work, hopefully this is distracting you from people who are driving you insane. Start paying attention to the study material. She gets up and leans over my shoulder, holding her book in one hand. Here it is. I knew recording this would be handy. I can't help but notice... Yeah, with that ass, that is... I think that's what most everyone's thinking. Back chicka wow, fuck studying. Well, we need to study, but it's a different kind of study. We need to study the educational part of gym class and health. Wait, do colleges... Do colleges and universities still need to... Do colleges and universities still have a gym and health class? Since this does take place at a university, I mean... I know most high schools still have gym, but most of them don't anymore. But that is sad. Not at work, just chilling. Alright, well, hopefully you're having a good night chilling, my man. Hope you had a good Sunday. I can't help but notice as something presses up against it. Oh, here's what you need to remember for the test. That former WWE star Test wrestled in TNA as the Punisher, Andrew Martin, and had a shitty steel cage match teaming up with Test and Abyss to take on Thompson Tomko, AJ Styles, and Christian Cage, because it was a steel cage first blood match where the only way to win was to pin your opponent after you busted them open. Okay, why do I remember the dumbest shit in wrestling? Why can't I remember the smart shit? Or the good shit? Do I remember Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock? No! I remember Steve Mongo McMichael versus Jeff Jarrett. Sometimes I really hate my mind. I really do. It is important that you don't forget it, okay? She begins pointing her finger at the page of my textbook, but I don't hear anything she's saying at all. It's happening again, just like in class, but it's somehow different. I'm just too distracted by her to concentrate on the material. It doesn't help that she keeps pressing closer and closer to me. Could you please stop leaning over my shoulder like that? Like what? She doesn't sound amused. Like that. It's distracting me. What is distracting you? Well, I don't know. The fact you're running around your own bedroom in your hocus pocus magic underwear? Yes, I know. Funny, bad joke 101.
道理で成績が芳しくないわけだわ。
No wonder you're such a bad student.
私は大事なポイントを教えてあげてるだけなのに、あんたはそれを気が散るとか言うのね。
All I'm doing is pointing out what you need to review, and you're acting as if I'm distracting you. Well, again, you are dressed provocatively. That's not what's distracting me. Then what is? My what? My what is distracting you? Your buns, cause your, I do not want to sing in, no, Doug, do not, my anaconda, the Christmas one? Dashing through the snow and the one horse. By the way, that's actually a picture. Okay, that's not the. Okay, that's the uncensored picture from this game. That's later on in the game. So yeah, when we get to that part, just Mr. Jones and I will know what it's supposed to be. No one else will know because I'm not sending that to anybody else because I know Mr. Jones won't report my ass. I have a feeling if I send it to a few other people, they might report me. So I'm being safe. Because YouTube is a bunch of dicks. If we're being honest. She surely looks down and realizes what the problem is. Here I am trying to help you. And all you're thinking about is that. I'm a dude. I'm sorry. How is this my fault? Again, I'm going to say what I said a lot in the last part of this video. Men, we don't know what we did. Exactly. Don't come back till you're ready to take this seriously. Can I be serious for a moment? Lance Storm again. By the way, for those of you who watched Fox, some of this shit, they have announced a few shows that have been quietly canceled. The Labor of Love, which was canceled after one season, America's Most Wanted, The Max Dancer, and Lego Masters. Now, if you don't know what Labor of Love is, that debuted on Fox of May of 21 of last year, hosted by Sex and the City star Kristen Davis. The show followed former Bachelor contestant Christy Kazame as 15 men participated in challenges and dates to test their parenting and personal skills with the end goal of series to help Christy find the father of a future child. That is right. The point of the show is to see who she would end up letting her get knocked up by. That was the point of the show. And the only reason anybody actually knows of this show was because it actually had an ex-WWE superstar on it. Now, Mr. Jones, who do you think that ex-WWE wrestler was? I know someone's going to mention the Survivor alum, but I don't give a fuck about Survivor. But let's just say this former wrestler was everyone's favorite teacher on ECW. If anybody doesn't get it right after we're near the end of the stream, I'll say who it is. But the series sparked backlash online after its debut with many declaring it is as dangerous or strange that it's turning the decision to conceive and parent a child into a game show. Yeah, it's probably something that we should not do. Hey, let's make a game about who can knock up a woman. That doesn't sound intelligent. Wait, they canceled... they canceled Lego Masters? Yep, that's what it, looks like it was quietly canceled. It's gonna... I don't know why they canceled that one. I'm gonna presume maybe the ratings weren't as good as the second season, because I watched the first season of Lego Masters, but I didn't watch the second one. And I know, from what I could tell, a lot of people who I know who loved the first season like I did, they didn't watch it either. Probably that too. I'm not surprised about the America's Most Wanted reboot. I had a feeling I was going to get bleh. And I only say that because here's the thing. I loved watching America's Most Wanted as a kid, but the problem is if you're not going to have the original host for it, it's a doomed thing. I'm just saying, you know. Let's see, just trying to go through other news. Because I don't know, I've missed a lot of things, so I apologize for that. I'll pull up Twitter because there are a few things for NFL fans, so if you're NFL fans, just stay around a bit. Don't forget though, you have until, don't forget, if you have not added the September Plus games yet to your account, add them before Tuesday because you do, since we are getting close to getting the October games this Tuesday. I already got the golf game installed because I already bought that, so I might just do a let's take a look at that stream and play some golf on my channel, and then everyone will realize I've gone batshit crazy. As I approach the front of Ohio State University, because that's what we're calling this in this game, a sense of dread hangs over me. Am I going to have to face Mikio again sometime after what happened? Sure enough, both of them are waiting at the entrance. Hinemo smiles at me, but Mikio's face just turns red as she pouts. How did the study session go yesterday? All Mikio does in response is puff up her cheeks. Not well. Oh, what went wrong? This pervert couldn't keep his mind on the reading material. Well, you were running around half-assed naked. What the hell you expect me to concentrate on? All he did was drift off into space thinking about other things. You were distracting me, though. I was trying to help you. I don't think when you invited me over to help me study, I would be like, okay, let's study. I go in your room, and you're just running around in your underwear. I don't think that's going to help me study for a test. Unless it's sex ed, then I might pass that class. But you just couldn't accept that. I want to make it clear that I did appreciate your help, Mikio. She lets out a huff. I guess I can forgive you this time. But the next time this happens, you won't be so lucky. She points an accusing finger into my face. You have to take this as seriously as the swimming club. Well, the swimming club is still better than WWE. Speaking of which, after Friday night's draft, right? They continued the draft on the SmackDown after show. Apparently they broke up T-Bar and Mace. So yeah, that's wonderful news. So if you love T-Bar and Mace as the tag team, they don't exist anymore, which I kind of say that sucks because they were actually good tag team heels, you know, kind of reminded me of the Warlord and the Barbarian, you know, big, powerful, giant motherfuckers, but anyway. If you don't, you will always feel. By the way, I did get my 587th platinum today. Zippy the Circle. Yeah, I'm not proud of myself on that one. And if you're a fan of Matt Muscle, aka Matt Murderous, he did review Balls 3D today to see if it's one of the worst fighting games ever. And for you baseball fans, Yankees versus Red Sox will be the first wildcard game, which is on Tuesday. I will actually be making my wildcard picks for Major League Baseball tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Anyway, if you don't, you'll always fail. Everything you do should be with the utmost dedication. But what if I don't care about it? You should care. If you don't, la, 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 la. If you don't start doing better in your studies now, it'll affect your future. She does have a point. If you had trouble with her, maybe you can study with me. It's worth a shot. It might be worth a shot. I don't see why not. Miko just pouts even more when she hears that. Fine. Mikio says fine. I don't want to... Oh, shut up, Mikio. I'm trying to read your line for people who don't understand your language. Fine. I don't want to do more studying sessions with you anyway. Emma just ignores her and focuses on me. Come over this afternoon then. We'll see if you can concentrate this time. Now you better not mess up on your studying with Hunamo either. I'll know if you do. I promise that I won't. Yeah, that promise is gonna fail. Nothing will happen. We'll just study and that will be all that happens. By the way, I will be watching also tomorrow the My Villain Academia, because that's what's airing on Adult Swim right now on Toonami. And then, of course, Demon Half Princess as well, because I do love my anime. And I do know what happened with the Boruto episode today. I'm going to be honest, because I saw it. I don't usually cry when I'm watching anime shows, but that's actually the first time in a long time I've cried watching an anime show because of the ending. Last time I've actually cried doing an anime was Cowboy Bebop in Ryo Kenshi Samurai X for reasons. I won't get into it because spoilers. She eyes me closely, probably not wholly convinced. We'll see if that's what happens. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's all we can do, isn't it? Later that afternoon, Hanuma walks me to her home. Come on. She guides me up the stairs and opens the second door on the right. This is my room. It's about what I expected. I don't think a single thing is out of place with her room. Even the objects on her decks seem to be placed with eerie precision. I feel almost as if I've taken a step inside her mind rather than in her room. Do you find my room interesting? Well, I don't see a bed, so... I just think this room suits you. Suits me? What do you mean by that? It's just like you, calm and orderly. I see. She seems to smile at that, though. I'm not as good a student as Mikio, but I can still help you with it. Why do you have such a hard time with her yesterday? What was distracting you so badly? I don't want to talk about it. But it was something she was doing. Did she strip down in her room again? How did you know? Oh. She turns red at the thought. She always does that. I wasn't really expecting her to do it in front of you, though. She said that she's going to do it regardless of who was there. Because that's how she gets comfortable. Right, I see. That'd be something she would do. I guess it must have put off your concentration. No shit! It really did. I'll try not to distract you like that either. Yeah, why do I have a feeling there's going to be some kind of thing coming up where she's distracting me somehow? I'm sure you won't. Yeah, I'm going to go with Vegas and say, yeah, she's going to do something that will distract me. Because I'm easily distracted. Knowing my luck, though, it will happen anyway. Anyway, let's get started. I pull out my textbooks and head over to her desk. So, where are you up to? I show her a particular page. Hama looks a little surprised. You're still studying this? How far behind your classes are you? I don't want to talk about it. I just haven't cared enough to do anything. You said that you don't care about it yesterday as well. Why don't you care, okay? What about this do you hate so much? Because everyone expects me to do well with it. But isn't that the point of studying? people want you to do well with it, so you can show them how capable you are. That's why I hate it. AKA, he's tired of everyone telling him he should succeed and pressuring him. It's kind of like maybe, you know, if when we were in high school, I know I had a few friends like this, and their parents would always get mad. I remember one of my friends, he got a B in class, and I thought that was pretty good. Getting a B in history class is great, right? His mom and dad got pissed because he got a B in history class. I'm sorry. If the person got a B, that's a good grade. Yes, A was nice, but B is okay. His parents got mad and took his PS2 away for a month because it wasn't an A in the class. So just know, don't put so much pressure on your kids, you know, to succeed and make them hate doing stuff, because that actually would make them hate it. Thankfully, I will say this, thank you, Mom, by the way. She never pressured me. She just said, do your best, that's all I expect. And I did pretty well, got A's and B's. There was one class I got C's in, but I blame that on the teacher because he was an asshole. I think he hated the football team. Anyway, I don't want to give their opinions any validation. So you're crippling your own future just to spite other people. That's petty, Kay. I don't care if it's petty. Come on, I know you're better than this. We can catch up, but you're going to have to let me help you. Maybe we can succeed where things don't go right with Mikio. Alright, I'll give this a try. Thank you. Now then, for this particular passage, she coaches me through most of the material I had to catch up on. While she doesn't seem to be as knowledgeable as Mikio is, she has obviously paid attention at class. I think I'm starting to get it now. She nods and approves as I begin to get through the material fairly quickly. See? You can do it! You just need to concentrate. If you put your mind to something, you'll find that it's very easy to achieve. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. You keep studying. I need to get out of this uniform. Please don't. I wasn't going to. If I get changed out of the room, don't worry. As she leaves, it occurs to me that I really badly need to answer in nature. In fact, it's so disheartening I begin to lose my concentration. Where would the bathroom... Oh, God. Didn't I say something bad was going to happen? And this is it. Where would the bathroom be in this house? I begin opening doors to see where it is. It takes me a while, but I finally find it. I step inside and... Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Damn. Those are some big-ass watermelons. It seems that I've caught him at the wrong moment. She wasn't getting changed in here. Her flowing right hair just lit her to observe her form. For a minute, I stopped thinking about the impending storm, and lose myself in how beautiful she is. Her pale skin is plainly visible for me to see. I'll take a hamburger. I had to do that, sorry. I know that he shouldn't be doing that. It can only end badly for me. Only a tiny pair of pink panties hide her more private assets. Even then, it's hanging so low that it barely does what it's supposed to. Yeah, she's kind of just like Lita there. They look very cute on her though, all things considering. While she normally keeps her course, she's absolutely shocked. What are you doing? I told you I was getting changed. Why did you follow me here? I needed to answer nature. I wasn't really expecting to. You should have waited until I was done changing. But I didn't know. I was looking. I don't want to hear it. Embarrassed, she turns her back at me and wraps her arms around her chest. Get out. It turns out that her panties are small in more than one way. What's the point of having something with so little material? I can see everything. Why do you wear panties like this? Why are you asking about that? I just don't know if I can comprehend it. And I so hope to God everyone can hear me at wherever drive-thru you went to. Please, that would be hilarious. So, Mr. Jones, what drive-thru did you go to? My money's on checkers. Because I don't know if Ohio's got White Castle. Taking a drink of mug root beer here, folks. Give me a minute. I just don't know. I can't comprehend it. What is there to comprehend, you idiot? As Ren and Stimpy would say. She grabs the tie and wraps it around herself. There, now get out. You need to go study. Right now. She shoves me out of the room and slams the door behind me. Damn it. I was so distracted by seeing Hanamo like that I can't recall a single thing we reviewed. Good lord, this guy's brain dead. The two failed study sessions later, things are awkward between us today. Now, please tell me. Now, I gotta ask Mr. Jones because I don't know if you heard me. Did the drive-thru you go to heal my stream? Because I would have. Damn! I would have loved to see their face when I was talking about panties. I'm sure that would have went over well. They would have been like, "Matt, boss, this guy in line here at the Checkers, there's something coming out of here. So they're talking about panties and women with big old anime titties." They'd be, "What's the name of the stream? We need to watch it here. We're bored. It's past midnight." The two of them pulled themselves out of the pool, water streaming from their hair. Neither of them dared to whisper a word of the ill-fated study sessions. That'd be all for today. You're doing better, Kay. Yep. He'll even be better by next practice. Thank you both, Kay says. Hanamo looks over at Mikio, who looks back. It's like some secret signal that I'm not aware of. We just wanted to know, Kay. Uh-oh. Okay, now we're getting to the point where I thought this was going to be at the start, but no, it's near the end, or middle. They're asking, do I have any girlfriends? Had any girlfriends before? What kind of question is that? They're asking because if you haven't, you're about to hook up with two hot anime chicks, dude. Go for it. No, why? Hanamo says, why is that so? Aren't you interested? It's not that I'm not interested. I just don't think that I've met the right person. I know full well that nothing is what it seems with you. If I were to take a guess, I bet she was so amazing that no one could compare with her. Who was so amazing? She, the girl in your life, whoever she was. Don't you dare try to play dumb with me, stupid. Why would I need to play dumb if I'm stupid, as you say? Wouldn't that mean I wouldn't have to play at all? That's a good point. No, you're not going to do that this time. I know your nasty little tricks, Kay. You ain't going to get me to argue about something irrelevant this time. Her eyes gleam with fiery determination. She's intent on finding out the truth, because the truth shall set you free. And then I'm going to pin you for the 24/7 championship, Kazawa. Or rather, her own self-serving variation of the truth. Which wouldn't be the truth. What are my nasty little tricks, as you put it? I already told you, you try to misdirect. Oh no, don't think I don't see what you're doing. A smug smile forms on her face. I'm on you this time, no escape. No escape from what? Spill the beans, tell us everything. Don't leave out a single little detail. I don't have any beans to spill. There's no way that you don't. Hanamo says I have to agree with Mikio on this. You have to be lying. Why you always be lying? I know that's a song probably, and I just butchered it. Whoever sang it, I apologize. I know I'm never going to be on American Idol, so... How so? Hanamo, because I refuse to believe that no one's ever had a crush on you. Or that you never have had a girlfriend. She has a cold, technical edge at times. Though that edge tends to make her overanalyze certain things. I don't understand how this is so unbelievable. It just is. It isn't something that every boy gets involved in. So why not you? Exactly what Hinamo says, Mikio. We got you cornered now, Kay. It's rare to see them working together like this. Well, you could get them working together in another way, but I don't think that's I don't think that's suitable for this stream. Maybe if I was on a different kind of site where you could show that. They really intend on exactly. They're really intent on trying to find dirt, which isn't there. I still don't understand why you're so interested in this. Hanuma says we have our reasons. We need to know what we're up against. Up against? Mikio says, you know, for reasons. Now they've completely given up on explaining their reasoning. Men, we don't know what we did, and men, we don't understand women. Look, really, I'm telling the truth. I've never had a girlfriend. Okay, if one of them just needs to bust out saying, hey, you, I want to be your girlfriend, and then I just butchered Avril Lavigne. Oh, good. I think this has become a musical portion of the stream tonight. I don't know anyone who has ever had a crush on me. It's just something that I never got around to. Hanuma says, would you ever consider finding a girlfriend before you leave Ohio State University? Kay says, to be honest with you, I haven't even thought about the future at all, let alone if there's a girlfriend in it. Mika says, why would you put any thought into your future? That really is stupid. Hanuma says, she has a point. You're going to be out of university soon. I would say that it would be a good idea to start thinking about it, Kay. Especially if there's a girlfriend in it. How do I put it? What I really want to say is that I don't want to face the future. I don't want to think about what is waiting for me. I just haven't given it much thought, that's all. I'll try to do better next time. Mika says, no trying, you'll do it. You need to start thinking about it right now. If you don't know where you're going, then you'll just wander around in a circle. Then end up achieving nothing. Now wait a minute, that's not true. If he just goes around in a circle, he can be a good sumo wrestler. He could probably win a match in the octagon, maybe. He'd probably do better than CM Punk's MMA career. Ooh, get up, CM Punk. Said nobody. He'd be good at making pizzas, because that's a circle. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Hanuma says she's right, you know. It would be a good idea for you to start thinking about where you're going to go in life, and who you're going to spend your future with. Kay says, who I'm going to spend my future with? Probably myself. Okay, Kay's going to be like, hey, Mom and Dad, let me introduce you to my girlfriend. Her name is Miss Righty, and her sister, Miss Lefty. Da-da-da-da-da. This stream's definitely not for children at this point. Hanuma looks at me with a slight twitch in her eye. Probably yourself? I don't think there's probably with that. Miku, sometimes you really do say the most stupid things. Miku just shakes her head furiously. Hanuma says, anyway, are you telling the truth? Have you really had no girlfriend at all? No, not my whole life. I barely have any friends, let alone a girlfriend. I always move away from someone, even if I do make friends. Oh, I see, Hanuma says. Mika says, sorry, Kay, I had forgotten about that. Kay says, don't worry about it. Hanuma, why do you always shrug that off? I know for a fact that really bothers you, yet you act like it doesn't mean anything. Because he wants to act like Deuce and Domino, because, oh, he's all about cool. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay, can we stop talking about this, please? Please, please, let it go. Let it go. This conversation's full of shit. Hanuma says, as you wish. Mika says, why not talk about what bothers you? Okay, Kay's a guy, and most men don't talk about their feelings or what's bothering them. You know, we should, because that will help with our mental health. There's the one wise thing of the day. The only wise thing I think I've said ever in my streams this year. Unless you start letting out all that bad stuff out, it's going to poison you. And you're gonna get down with the sickness and you'll end up in Resident Evil films. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I can team up with Wesker. Mikio begins stamping her foot. Mikio, I don't get you at all. Women, they don't know what guys want. Wait, they do. Never mind. Let's just rewind and pretend I didn't say that. Blah, 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 blah. That makes the two of us. It's just me. Hinamo, anyway, we'll find out why you haven't had a girlfriend before. Mikio seems determined to stay, though. But we haven't figured out the truth yet. You know that he's lying about it. Why would I be lying about it? Because someone like you couldn't possibly have been alone your whole life. Someone like me? What do you mean by that? Nothing. I said nothing. You can't prove that I did. Okay, but I heard you with my own ears, and these ears are pretty big. Mika says, you can prove nothing! She shouts that loud enough for the entire place to hear. Hinamo seems to quickly defuse the situation now. We need to get going. Fine, Mikio says. The two of them quickly take off. It's just as well. Swimming practice is over anyway. Time to head home. How much time has passed now? The weeks have just been flying by this semester. But right now, time in my class seems to pass more slowly than ever. At least it's lunchtime now, even though it took forever to get there. As I'm about to leave, someone steps in front of me. It's none other than Mikio. And that may have been the first time I've pronounced her fucking name correctly. Something doesn't seem right. Water. Mikio, is something wrong? Okay. Something is upsetting her, I can't tell. Could I please come over after classes? I think we need to talk about... Training Ashi averts her eyes from me. Something we need to talk about. Something. What is this something you want to talk about? Stupid... I think you're right. Obviously trying to avoid saying it. Just let me come over after class. She storms out of the room then. Why, it's not unusual for her to be angry. Something doesn't seem right here. I wonder what the transfer student did. Who knows? You can never know the truth about Mikio. Looks like I better visit her after class. Something has to be very wrong. The day quickly passes by and I find myself walking with Mikio to her home. I find it odd that Hinamo isn't with us. Why isn't Hinamo here? Listen, I just need to talk to you by myself. Something about this makes me feel really nervous. Yeah, you say nervous, I say, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy. Well, okay. By the way, yes, I'm ready for the Nickelodeon game. I cannot wait to play as Ren and Stimpy. That's going to be my main character online. And I'm just going to purposely try to kill SpongeBob when I'm not playing it online just to make myself feel better. And if the TV character Doug is in the game, I will purposely kill him a lot too. Quietly, we both slip into my apartment. She just stands there, unable to raise her eyes from the ground. What did you want to talk about? I can hear shuffles escaping from Mikio. What happened at the swimming club? I think you should know. I know that I was so curious about this incident, but now that I'm here, I'm not sure if I want to know. I had to be gentle. Mikio looks like she's about to break. Cause she's gonna have a breakdown, and end up on JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Shining Justice. I should learn how to sing that song better and know the words that are in English. It's okay, Mikio. What happened at the swimming club? A friend of mine... It's a struggle for her to say anything about it. It was stupid. A stupid accident. She became Randy Orton? And said stupid a lot? But it happened. What happened?
あんたが転校してくるつって前
We had another friend long before you came. She used to be part of the swimming club. She was always so full of energy. She could barely contain herself. But then, she doesn't want to say it. She was hit by a car on the way home.
事故だったの
Holy crap! So, does that mean Stone Cold... So, who ran her over? Was it Rikishi? Was it Triple H? Was it Hulk Hogan? Was it the Stinger? We'll find out right now. The driver was drunk. Okay, so it was Rikishi then. She suffered a spinal injury. She became paralyzed from the waist.
下半身にま
Oh God, yes! Oh God, he finally did it! Oh God, he finally went somebody over! Oh God, no! Damn you, Jimmy! I know we shouldn't be making fun of this, and I'm sure someone's going to be pissed with y'all. If you're new to this channel, you really have not watched my other streams of me saying the most fucked up shit at random times. She suffered a spinal injury. She became paralyzed from the waist down. Ouch. She can no longer swim like she used to. We spent night after night at the hospital. There wasn't a single moment we weren't there for her. What she wanted more than anything else was to be able to swim like once, but did. Yet she probably never would again. She tried sneaking into the pool one day and swimming by herself, but she couldn't make it to the end without her legs. She nearly drowned. If we had shown up a few minutes later, Mikio throws off. So this is why she hates when people mention drowning around her. Okay, I do feel sorry for the one who got hit by the drunk driver and is in a wheelchair and she wants to swim again, but she probably wouldn't. But at the same time, I'm going to say this. If she would have drowned and died, wouldn't it be her own fault because she was dumb enough to try to go swimming by herself with no one there? I mean, I'm just saying. Yes, it went from boobs and tits to darkness. I don't like that. Mikio, she began to hate us. She blamed us for what had happened. Rumors started to spread. She slowly grew to resent the swimming club. Everyone else began to avoid the swimming club. We slowly lost members until it was just 2 left. Ah, okay, so she was the one spreading the rumors. She blames the swimming club for the car accident, but that doesn't make any sense. It wasn't their fault she got hit. Although she can't swim again.
私たちみたいな残酷な人間の近くにいるのは
They said they couldn't stand being near anywhere near people as terrible as us. This year was the last straw for us. We had to get a new member, else they would shut us down. I didn't know it was this bad. If I hadn't come along... What happened to your friend? She moved away from here. She said she couldn't stand the bad memories. Miki looks so sad about it. Why doesn't she remember all the fun we had together? Well, unfortunately, when something like that happens, probably her psyche is going to get to, you know, she probably had fun as a swimmer. It's going to just lead to bad and hateful thoughts because she can't do it again. It's like if you love driving, but then you can never drive again because of an injury, you're going to probably hate everybody who drives. Or hate people who can walk, and you know, and all that. Most people ain't like that, but I know some who are.
こんなことになっちゃったの
Why did things have to work out this way? Because, well, I think Vince McMahon said it best. Life sucks and then you die.
彼女はヒロミ以外では私
She was the only other friend I had other than Hanamo. But now she's so bitter. I wish I could make things right with her, but she refuses to see either of us.
彼女が言っていた
Everyone realized what she said was false, but even then, there's always that shadow hanging over me. She sits down in my lounge chair, staring at the floor. I'm scared, Kay. I'm scared that something will happen to you and that you'll hate us too. Please, if anything happens, please don't hate us. Don't hate me, please. Don't hate me. She finally looks up, her watery eyes pleading with me. I have to be gentle with her. One wrong move and it looks like she'll fall apart. I couldn't possibly hate you. Miko says. I head over to her and embrace her in a strong hug. She starts crying, great waterworks pouring from her eyes. Her true feelings are laid bare for me to see. This is Miki as she truly is, someone very warm and very vulnerable. She called me today, this morning, just to tell me how much she hated me. I just couldn't take it. I'm here for you, Mikio. Everything is fine, okay? Everything's fine. For the longest time, she just stands there. Can I stay here for today? Sure, stay for as long as you like. Yeah, yeah. I was getting ready to make some kind of sex joke. She's like, yeah, you can stay here all night long, all night long. Thank you, Lana Richie, because you did provide some good 80s music. Mikio stayed the night. I let her sleep in my living room. Dude, what the fuck, man? You should have gave her your bed and you sleep on the couch. Dumbass. I hope she's feeling better now. Okay, how much you want to bet she's naked? Or wearing very limited clothing. I only say that because I know a few women who sleep nude, and I know a few women when I've been to their house or vice versa, when they just need to stay the night to be safe or whatever. They wear very limited clothing. I'm waiting for a day a woman asks me in the chat, Doug, what do you wear at night? I'm not answering that question unless a woman asks that. Kay says, hey Mikio, are you awake yet? I knew it! Yeah, well, she's only wearing her t-shirt button up and she's wearing her blue and white striped panties again. And it looks like it's riding up in the air. Riding up in the Ultimate Edition area, if you know what I'm saying. Correct. Mikio looks back. Dun dun dun. Mikio looks back indulged at me. She's wearing blue striped panties. Yep. No. You're right on all that. I'm not disagreeing with you. She's wearing blue striped panties today, just like when. Oh. The blood is rushing to my face even thinking about it. You know this is how I get comfortable. With a huff, she turns her back to me. Just don't say anything this time, okay? Just this once. This doesn't necessarily feel embarrassing. But even so, is this really okay? There's something very intimate about it. She asks me not to comment on it. Okay, I'll just pretend there's nothing unusual. So you learned your lesson from last time? When I get comfortable, don't say anything. Deal. Even so, I can't stop my eyes from wandering. That shirt and the panties. It's... Kay says, no, I can't think of her that way. What are you saying, Mikio X? Kay says, nothing. I take a few deep breaths to calm myself down. All you had to do is pretend nothing is unusual. But she isn't crying now. She looks a lot better than she did yesterday. It feels like we were at swimming club together. Mikio? What? I'm glad that you're feeling better. I couldn't bear to see you so sad. And remember, if you're sad, get glad from Gladwell. Mikio, it does not make me happy to hear you say that. I guess I was being cheesy then? Sorry? That's Mikio says, that's right. You can't read the atmosphere at all. You're so dense. Saying things like that to a girl you ain't even dating. Kay says, what does dating have to do with it? What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it? We really have turned this into a musical portion of one of my streams. Holy crap. Anything missing now if we start singing H&R Puff and Stuff's theme song or the Banana Splits. And then we're really gone and old. Mikio says, I didn't say anything. I really don't get her at all. Men, we don't understand women. Yesterday, she was crying her eyes out, but now she's rebound to her usual self. Mikio, but I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. When you first showed up at the swimming club, I never thought you'd last. I thought you would have left us like everyone else. How could I? I don't care what rumors say about you. Mikio is Mikio. Nothing anyone else says will change that. Her face goes so red as I say that. Mikio, stop it with the sweet talk. She swifts around nervously then. Mikio, it's morning now? I need to get home soon. Okay, oh, you're right. You can stay a bit longer though if you... Miko says, that won't be necessary. She quickly puts her clothes back on and heads for the door. But Miko says, but I just want to tell you, Kay, thank you for everything. With that, she leaves without another word. Miko didn't turn up at swimming practice today. She must have headed straight home. Hamo isn't here either. It's just me swimming endlessly back and forth all alone. I wonder if Mikio is okay. Usually when I dive in, I can forget about my worries. 'Cause it means no worries for the rest of your days. At the swimming club, we go underwater. But now I'm more worried than ever. Hopefully she'll turn up soon. The afternoon passes and no one else turns up to swimming practice. Dark clouds begin to surge from the horizon. Damn it, am I going to have to walk home in the rain? Yep, so you know what that means. Don't blame it on the rain. Yeah, 'cause the rain don't mind and the rain don't care. I sing better than Milli Vanilli. Ha, ha, ha. As I stand out the front of the university, I notice a familiar-looking figure walking alone in the rain. Hunamo? Kay? Why are you here so late? She isn't herself today. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Are you okay? I'm fine. Really, I'm just fine. She doesn't sound like it, though. With the rain pelting down on her, she's going to catch a cold. We need to get you somewhere warm. There's no way you can walk home in this. My apartment is closer than your house. We can head there. Hanamo says if you wish. She doesn't seem to really care, though. Come on, then. I led her along by hand through the suburbs. It takes a few minutes of running to make it through my apartment. Both of us are thoroughly soaked by the time we make it inside. It's usually cold today. I can't stop myself from shivering. As I look back at Hanamo, she still has that sad look on her face. What's wrong, Hunamo? I hate the rain. The tone of her voice sounds extremely flat. It reminds me of certain things. Like Milli Vanilli, which is something we all need to forget, but unfortunately my brain won't let me. She looks out the window as waves of cold drop its fall to the earth. Don't you hate the rain too? Kay says, I don't really hate the rain. She looks towards me with sad eyes. I envy you at times, Hunamo says. You seem so unbothered by things. Mikio scolds you and you shrug it off. You never worry about your studies. Mr. Jones has left. Go eat. How do you do it? Do you just not feel anything? I feel things more than you think. Then how do you hide it so well? Please tell me, how do you do it? Why do you want to hide how you feel? Because I'm hurting. And I don't want Mikio to see how badly I hurt. I'm supposed to be the reliable one. Gradually, she slumps down on the wall. I'm supposed to be the one who keeps her cool. Have you ever thought that friends depend on one another? We lean on each other, not just one person. You can lean on me if you need to. Lean on me when you need a friend and when you need someone to lean on. Absently, she turns to look at me. Do you really mean that? Of course I mean it. You're my friend. If you need help, I'll gladly give it to you, because X gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. Wait, this is not Resident Evil 2. Moving on. Then you should know more about what I'm dealing with. I told you that I visited my mother. Hanamo struggles to say what comes next. She's in the hospital right now. It's cancer. Oh dear, this just got dark again. Holy crap. Cancer? Oh, it all makes sense now. She always looks so down every time she arrived late at training. She has a tumor in her breast. They're preparing to conduct surgery, but they don't have high hopes for her recovery. Whenever there's a rainy day, she just stares as it petals against the window in her room. Seeing her face as she stares at the rain, I hate it. I hate the rain. I hate that it reminds me of her staring out of that window. She looks out of the balcony again. I visit her every day, but she looks a little bit worse every time I see her. She's withering away slowly. One day when I go to the hospital, she'll no longer be there. Dad hasn't left her side for a single day either. He insists that I just try to keep living my life. But how can I do that when I know that my mother will be gone any day, and I probably won't be there to say goodbye? For a moment I struggle to find a response. I'm She tackles me and wraps her arms around my chest. Please, just hold me for a moment. Please, I just want someone to hold me and tell me that everything's going to be fine. I know it's selfish, but please, I'm begging you. I'll wrap my arms around her and hold her tightly towards me. Everything's going to be fine, Hiromo. I swear that everything will be fine. Thank you. I really need to hear someone say that. She remains there in my arms, sobbingly quietly into my shirt. I'm sorry, Kay. I don't want things to get strange between us. It's fine. If you ever need someone to give you a hand, I'll be there. Do you really mean that? No matter what happens, you'll be there for me? I will be. Thank you. She looks up beyond the balcony. I won't be able to leave for a while. Damn, damn, damn. Look at those big old red boobies. I won't be able to leave for a while. Wringing her hair, great streams of water raced down her chest onto the floor. I shouldn't have stood out in the rain like that. That was stupid of me, wasn't it? All of the water. Why did our uniform have to be white? It's... I can see it. Both of them. So round and perky. What am I thinking? Why am I thinking like that? But she looks really pretty right now. Okay, is something wrong? I don't understand why you're looking at me like that. Your clothes. What about my clothes? If you leave those wet clothes on, you're going to catch a cold. That doesn't bother me. I really haven't been composed around you at all. Something about you just what? Okay, Mr. Jones, welcome back. Now, it's got another picture up, and I've already referenced it. Remember how we were out in the rain? Yeah, okay, now, here's the problem. The female university students wear white t-shirts. So what happens when you get a t-shirt wet? Yep, the weather outside is frightful, and I can see the perky and happy. Da 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 da. Unfortunately, it did get dark though because her mom has cancer, so that's kind of sad. I just find it weird. It goes from being dark and it's like, hey, look at the big old anime titties. Just what? Nothing. When you joined the swimming club, I thought that you weren't going to show up. So many people just pass by and we never see them again. I said I would stay, didn't I? What good is a person who doesn't keep their word? That would be a politician, a lawyer, a weatherman, WWE writers. If I didn't stay, your club would have been disbanded and I would have been forced to put over Roman Reigns. So you stay out of a sense of duty. Well, that's not all. I like swimming, especially with you and Mikio. Is that so? She wanders over to the balcony doors. Good. I wouldn't want you to stay simply because you felt like you had to. As she looks out towards the horizon, streaks of orange emerge from it. The sun is setting now. Looks like the clouds are breaking. They always do. They always do. And no rain, no matter how miserable, always stops eventually. Unless you were in New England, because that game had nothing but rain, rain, rain. That is true. I can see a small smile forming on her face. Well, the rain is gone and all my clothes are dry enough. So I'm going to go home now. I will see you tomorrow, okay? See you tomorrow. Quietly, she takes her coat and wraps it around her shoulders. One last thing, Kay. Yes? Never forget your kindness. She leaves without another word as she slips through the front door. I hope that she will be okay. It would be the first time I've seen Mikio and Homer since I had those dramatic moments with them. I'm not really sure what to expect. Both of these girls laid their feelings in front of me, making themselves completely vulnerable. It must have been a huge step for them to take. I know I said to my dad that I didn't want to date anyone, but I can't help but feel like we're all more intimate with each other now. When I saw both of them like that, it really got my heart racing. Yeah, his heart went as fat as Speed Racer, so go, go, Speed Racer. Go, go, Speed Racer, go. To my relief, both of them walking through the door with a smile on their faces. Honoma says K, and Mikio says K. Both of them are happy to see me. How have you been? I can't complain. What about you two? Is everything alright? I've been great lately, Mikio says. Same, says Honoma. While we still don't have any more members, I say the swimming club is doing great. We're so lucky that you decided to join, Mikio says. I'd say I'm more lucky to have found the swimming club. Anyway, are you both ready for training? Absolutely, Mikio says. Honoma says, I had to say that I am. They both seem okay. After everything that happened, I must have helped them in some small way. What's even better is that they're really eager to get back in the pool. So, the National Swimming Tournament is coming up. Remember how I said we would make it if we were trained? Yeah, are we still aiming for that? Of course we are. I'm entering the swimming club as contenders this year. Mikio, are you sure? I don't think I'm ready yet. Come on, Mikio, stop being humble. You're a lot better than you think you are. Thank you, Honoma. So it's agreed then. I guess I can go along with this. I'm up for it too. Let's do it, Kay. Are you sure that I'm ready for that kind of competition? Because this is what you call domination. It's a combination of skills and concentration. Do something. Oh God, why do I have? Why is it every time I hear the word competition, I think of that song? Why? Damn you, Ezekiel Jackson. That no one remembers you from that you wrestled in WWE. You won the IC title. I mean, I still not a great swimmer. You're joking, right? Hinamo says. Haven't you noticed how much of an improvement you made? That's right. You've been here for ages now. There's no way you haven't improved in that time. How could you not notice how well you're swimming? I guess I'm not very good at introspective. Either way, I think we're ready to go. If we win this tournament, maybe we can get more members to join the swimming club. Well, what are we standing around like this for? Shall we get training? Absolutely. You better do your best. Do you even need to tell me to do my best anymore? Sometimes a reminder doesn't hurt. Without much more fanfare, we continue to train. I feel even more exhausted than usual today. We ended up finishing early. Hanamo heads straight for the changing rooms. However, Mikio stays behind. So, I wanted to talk about before. It would service me to just dump that on you. Don't say that. Friends support each other. It wasn't selfish of you. You're so kind, Kay. She's blushing like crazy. It's something that's been bothering me for a very long time. Everyone got really opportunity after they learned these rumors weren't true. But even then, there was still a shadow of doubt, meaning everyone avoided the swimming club. But now, I've gotten it off my chest. I think I can start moving forward. That's a good thing. Moving forward is always positive. She looks towards the pool and smiles as she says that. I already made new memories with you. I hope we can have many more memories. I hope so too. You don't know how much you've done for me. Stop! I haven't done anything for you. Really, you have, ever since I came to the swimming club. I've been enjoying life again. So you ain't selfish. How am I not so selfish? Hanuma's doing something far worse than I am. How could I possibly compare what happened to me with what she's going through? But your friend nearly died. She just shakes her head. Sorry. But that's in the past, isn't it? You can move forward now, can't you? She holds still for a moment, then nods. Right. What's done is done. All we can do is move forward and do better. You're a far nicer person than I thought you would have been. Why are you so nice to me when I'm being so selfish? I don't understand why you're thinking that way. Men, we don't understand women. That's gonna be I need to put that on a t-shirt with my face saying that. No one would buy it. Wah, wah, wah. Isn't it a given that that you treat people with kindness? Yes, that's right. I guess I'm not used to people treating me nicely like this. Everyone else just does it because they feel guilty about what happened. You've been sincere about it. That's the difference I'm seeing. Thanks again, Kay. Another drink of cool, clear water. That's high quality H2O. She picks up her bag and beams a smile at me. I look forward to training next week. You're not the only one.
生意気なこと言うじゃない。
That's the right spirit. I guess I couldn't get away without her saying that. I'm not very fond of this pet name. You'll get used to it, dummy. I see my pet names are piling up. They most certainly are, idiot. She's having way too much fun with this. Anyway, you better show up next time. See you soon, Kay. I think I'll walk home alone today. I need some time to think to myself. She's good to her word and quickly heads to the changing rooms. Hanuma steps out of there shortly after. I wanted to apologize to you about what I did. Oh, good lord, everybody's apologizing to Kay. It's my bun in the bear, not yours. That all I did was throw it on you like that. It was shameful of me to simply swab you into your chest like that. No one's burdens are their own, Hunamo. Sharing them with others isn't selfish. We've only known each other for a short time, so it's strange. How could I simply walk away when you needed help? It's just, it wasn't fair on you. I feel as if I'm in your debt now. Friends don't owe each other anything. It's supposed to be about giving freely when others are in need. Yes, that's true. She seems off-put by something. I had you pinned as someone who didn't care. I cannot believe how long I was. You're far warmer than I could have expected. There's a kind heart underneath all that empathy you had. Why do you hide it? I didn't really try to hide it. It just got buried underneath other things. I see. I know you have your reasons too. I'm slowly piecing it together. You feel like you're living in his shadow, ain't you? She's trying to analyze me now. I've been thinking about it a lot, and this series is the one that makes the most sense. You're sick of people trying to force you to succeed, aren't you? I don't really want to talk about it. Hanuma just shrugs. Alright then. I never felt more reassured than I do now. My mother will be fine. She's always been strong. She'll be able to go through surgery and make it out. After the therapy, I'm sure she'll be fine. It was nice to hear someone else say it. So thank you again. You're welcome. I haven't had a lot of friends in my life, but you're definitely one of them. With a smile on her face, Hanuma heads out of the swimming pool. I will see you later, friend. With little else to do, I head off as well. Neither of them seem to want to walk home together. Love is in the air. I can just feel it. I can feel the sexual tension between them. It seems I stayed at the swimming practice longer than I thought. The sun has already gone down and I came home to a pitch black apartment. I'm too tired to actually fix dinner. I think I might just go to bed. Settling into bed, I find that sleep can't take me. I've had too much to think about the last few weeks. It's funny how much life has changed. It's all because of those two. Now I'm on my way to becoming a half-decent athlete. Well, at least Hanamo and Mikio say that I'm becoming a half-decent. They could just be being polite for all I know. I wouldn't actually do that. Both of them have been honest with me the whole time. Even with the most deeply hurt secrets. So why would they lie to me about my own performances? I do not know. No matter how many times I'm reassured, there's always a nagging thought at the back of my head. That little voice that tells me that I don't really have any talent at all. It only takes one person to sheer at me or look down at me to negate any reassurances I had. Perhaps that's why I've just chosen not to even care about trying. But now, things are changing. Let's see, what was it like last year? What was it like years ago? Let's do years ago. What was I doing years ago on this month? I can't recall anything in particular. I hear the phone ringing. Dragging myself out of bed, I answer it. Hello, Kat. Hello? Hello, Kay, what? Hey, Dad. How have things been, what? Are you studying what? Hard, what? Hard enough. And that swimming club, what? How's that been treating you, son, what? It's had its ups and downs. More ups than downs, though. You sound happier, son, what? Are you having a good time in your new university, son, what? Very much so. I'm glad to hear that, son, what? Something seems to be troubling him, though. I can hear it in his voice. Dad, the swimming club isn't distracting you, though, is it? What? It's important to find a balance between athletes and academics, what? I know, Dad. You have to take this seriously, son. I really mean it, what? If you don't, it could dement where you end up in life. Another one of those doom and gloom forecasts. Why do I even bother picking up the phone, I wonder? I get it, Dad. I'm trying my best to study, too. I would hope so, son. If you don't start doing better, I think I might just have to get you a private tutor. You can come back home and spend your free time however you like. Doesn't that sound good? I'm happy where I am, Dad. There's no need for a tutor or anything like that. If you say so. I'm just saying that it's an option for you if you feel that convention education isn't working out. In hindsight, swapping you around to different universities obviously hasn't worked out that well. So maybe a private education is the way to go. He still doesn't get it at all. But why should that be a surprise to me? It's not like I told him otherwise. Maybe it is. At least swimming is going well this time. I guess that's one good thing to come out of hopping from university to university. What about those two that you said were in the swimming club? Yeah, things are going fine with them. Just fine? There's nothing any more to it right now? Think back to those intimate moments I had with them. But I don't really want to talk to Dad about that right now. Yeah, just fine. Come on, I know a young man like you would be working your charms on them. They've probably fallen for you already. Maybe. I don't know yet. They have subtle ways of expressing their affections, Kay. You just got to work out where the hints are. I'll work on it, but anyway, what about you? How have things been with work? Busy as always. I want to get a day off work, but I'm happy to be working. Hard work is what got me to where I am, so I don't intend to stop working. If there's one thing I'll give my dad credit, is that he never shies away from work. I don't think he's ever been a period in his life where he didn't work. Oh yeah, if you do well on your next test, maybe we could get a new game console for you. You still have that old Accolade battle station after all these years. Maybe it's time to upgrade. Thanks for the offer, but the arcade is all I need. Alright, but I still think... I think having a word for some kind of if you succeed, would be nice, right? Yeah, I guess so. Just surprise me. Hearty laughter on the other end echoes through the phone. You got a deal. Anyway, I gotta get going once again. Glad to hear that things are okay. Yep, I'm glad things are going right back at home too. Love you, Kay. Love you, Dad. I put down the phone. I hope that one day I'll be able to tell him the truth. Oh well, that wasn't such a bad conversation. It's still nice to talk to him, even if it makes me feel bitter at times. Goodness gracious, I got a lot of messages on my phone. I still gotta do Pokemon still to... Oh wow, it's 1:37, holy shit. But my life has changed. There's still a lot looming over me. But I already am starting to get back on track. Maybe it's all going to be okay. Yeah, everything's going to be okay. It's different this time. I know that I'm getting better. If you spend so long doing something, though, you don't tend to notice improvements. Those subtle, tiny changes. You move a little bit faster, your muscles take the strain a little bit better, your technique gets a little bit more refined. That's what annoys me about self-improvement. It takes a long time for you to actually notice a significant difference. Maybe because self-improvement is always subtle? I wonder if Hanuma and Mikio experienced this with training too. They surely have gotten better after all these training sessions. I will not be able to tell though. They're like goddesses emerging from the waters where I'm still swimming at the pace of a sea slug. I can hear them calling from the edges of the pool. Minimo, come on, one more lap. Don't let your fatigue ruin your technique. Mikio says, we gotta get to work on your stamina. I guess this is the nature of self-improvement. Once you stand in the spotlight, you should expect everyone to criticize your abilities. Oh well, makes me strive to become even better then it's fine. As I finish my last lap, I sort of slide across the edge of the pool like a jellyfish wasted up onto a beach. Hanuma says, even better than last time. You're going well. You're going well. You just need to keep it up, Mikio says. You sound a lot happier. I don't think I've had this much fun at swimming practice since those days. Back then when. She stops herself before she says it. It's okay, Hunamo. He knows. He does. When did you tell him that? A few days ago. I just felt that we can't have any more secrets in this club. He's been here long enough to know about it. Well, he also knows about my mother. Oh, this is strange. Neither of us have been able to open up to anyone like this before. There's something special about you, Kay. You're very special to me, Mikio says. Her face turns red. She covers it with her hands. I said it. I managed to say it. Special? Special in what way? You think you're special. You do. Da 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 da. That way. Hanoi looks grim when she mentions that. Hanoi says, I won't lie. This is exactly how I feel about you, too. We both of them look at each other for a moment. Hinamo? What is it? That doesn't seem right to you, does it? You mean, I know you're my friend, but I don't want to give him up. There's a storm on the horizon. I can feel it. Mikio, calm down. We're friends, right? So let's talk about this. Oh dear. Should I say something or stay out of it? Oh god, I feel like either decision's bad. I'm gonna say something. Hey, really, you don't... But neither of them are listening to me. Well, no, here's the thing. They just admitted that they both love me. So I have a feeling these two are gonna have a cat fight with me. Yay. Cat fight! Mikio only... And... Looks like... they both had the same boob size, because now they're up against each other's chest and the boobs are getting squished. More beautiful artwork. Remember, children, show this to your teachers, your male teachers. They'll give you an A+. If you show it to your female teachers, they will probably send you to the principal's office. Another glass of cool, clear water. Only one of us can date him, you know. That sounded like a declaration of war. Do these two get along as well as I thought they did? Wait a minute, don't shout at me like that. They're getting in each other's faces before I know what's happening. Miko says, why did you have to fall for him too? Hanuma, I don't know. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to. I stand there shocked at this scene unraveling before me. So that's what the conversations about a girlfriend was about. Mikio shoves Hanuma away from her. I thought we were meant to be friends. How could you do this to me? You're being selfish, Hanuma says. You can't decide for Kei who he dates or who he falls in love with. Who falls in love with him. Hanuma shoves her back, nearly knocking her over. Why would he fall for someone as dull as you? All you do is stand around and pretend that you're thinking deep thoughts, when you really ain't thinking anything at all. Hanuma says, what about you? Why do you think he would date an immature, spoiled brat? You spent these last few months moping and carrying on. Do you think you were the only person who was hurt by what happened? She was more my friend than yours. Didn't you hear what all those people said about me? You're selfish, absolutely selfish. It seems that they had these statements lying beneath the surface for a long time. Unfortunately, this confession has made it blown up in their faces like a time bomb. You dropped a bomb on me, baby. I'm selfish. Every time you went to see your mother in the hospital, I was the one who brought your swimming gear to training. Do you think I felt nothing for you when I saw what state your mother was in? I've known her for nearly as long as you. I've done so much for you, Hanamo. And I've done so much for you, Mikio. I've had enough of this. We should let the most important person here decide. Fine. I know who'll make the right choice. Who's it going to be, Kay? Which one of us would you rather date? Both of them look at me, tears beginning to form in the corners of their eyes. They're both really badly hurt right now. To pick one over the other would only make the situation even worse. I only see one way out of this. They're waiting on my word. Both of them watch as I slowly open my mouth to speak. Kay, you're the man after saying that. I would date both of you at the same time. Never before have I witnessed a moment of silence as awkward as this. Neither of them can comprehend what I just said. They can only stand there with stunned expressions on their face. I just realized something, Mr. Jones and everyone who's still watching. Kay is actually Tommy Dreamer. It's like when he took Billy McGillicuddy and the other chick. He's hardcore. He's hardcore. He's hardcore.
Right.
Mikio says, what? Hanamo finishes a sentence forward. Did you just say you would date both of us? Yes, I would. You mean you would date both of us as a way of determining, right? No, I would date both of you the same time. I would not pick one over the other. Stupid! Real life isn't a Harlem anime. How do you possibly think you date two guys at once? Can I recommend the state of Utah since you can have more than one wife in that state? Just move to Utah and everybody wins, right? They get the man of their dreams and he gets two women. I think that's a fair compromise. I can only stare at her blankly as she says that. I don't watch anime, so I can't make a comparison. Kay says. Mikio says, I'm not going to explain it for you. She awkwardly turns away, trying to get her bearings. Well, the point is, Hanamo says, you can't really date both of us at the same time. Why not, Kay says. If you're both okay with it, then I don't see the problem here. Think about the rumors that it would spread if we did this. Our reputations would be ruined. Exactly. We don't have a reputation anyway. Not a good one, at least. Hanamo seems to be thinking it over herself. But if we were both to date you, that would mean we'd have to share. Yeah, that would be odd, weird. How so? You already do that, aren't you? Already doing that, aren't you? We already spent plenty of one-on-one time together. One-on-one. Are you saying that you done things with Hanamo? Done things like what? No. This is too much for me. I can't handle it anymore. But Hanamo is looking more shocked about Mikio's reaction. She actually loses her cool. No. I swear we haven't done anything like that. Believe me, Mikio, we haven't. Kay, answer me honestly. Did you do that? No, I did not. She looks relieved now. Well, I guess this would be okay. Don't think I've given him up to you just yet, Hanamo. I'm more than happy to compete with you, Mikio. But it's not a... They're not listening to me again. They don't care. They're going to turn it into a contest either way. I'm going to take good care of him. I'll take even better care of him then. Much better than you could. I doubt it. He's going to love all the food I'm going to cook for him. Then I'll get good at cooking better than you. Oh well. They're always going to be like this. Competition drives self-improvement. So I guess this will be fine. Anyway, I don't want to see you two fight like that again. Okay? I completely agree, Hanamo says. I'm sorry about that, Mikio. I'm sorry too, Hanamo. I shouldn't have said what I said. I shouldn't have either. They're both hugging each other then. Obviously they ain't going to make up just like that, but this is at least a step in the right direction. Mikio, it's just, you've always been the more attractive of the two of us. This is the first time I've fallen in love with the boy, so I just couldn't hold back my feelings. I felt the same way, Hanamo says. It's just that you had the courage to say what was on your mind. Anyway, no more fighting. I think we both agree to this. Same, no more fighting. But that does not mean we can't compete. Don't think I'll lose to you, Hanamo. Hanamo laughs in relief. I'm glad you were here, Kay. I have lost my best friend if you didn't settle things between us. Mikio, yep, I'm really glad he was here too. Don't worry about it. We'll work this out together. Sounds good to me. Me too. But you know what it's like training with us. Do you think you can handle dating both of us at the same time? We'll see how it goes. Both of them lean forward and give me a kiss on either cheek. I feel my face burn in response, which makes them both smile. I think it will work out fine, Hanamo says. I hope it does, Mikio says. We love you, Kay. From the bottom of our hearts. I might as well say it too. After all, it wouldn't be fair if only their true feelings were shown. I love you both too. Both their faces turn red as I say that. You actually said it. Unable to handle it, they both quickly grab their things and retreat into the changing room. Don't follow us in here. We're having a private moment. It would be best to leave them to it. The day seems to spill into each other. University has become something I just tolerate because I have to. It's actually something to look forward to every day. Hanamo and Mikio have been better than ever too. I think they have their own burdens, wow, weighing heavily on them. Ever since we talked about it, I think they've been happier. They started waiting at the front of my apartment. If I'm late, they start yelling and bashing the door. As I open the door, both of them stare at me with fury in their eyes. About time you got out of bed. It's time to go, Kay. I don't think I should say 5 more minutes. They might beat the fuck out of me, so alright. Alright, I'm going. They drag me out of my home and make me march to the apartment complex. Anyway, I thought you were awake. We need to talk. The cultural festival is on soon, Kay. Are you excited? I know I am, Mikio says. Cultural festival? I didn't know it was on. Hano forces her face into her palm. How could you not know that it was on? People have been talking about it for weeks. Do you even listen to anyone? Not to teachers or other students? Guess I don't. Recalling all the other universities I've been in, I don't remember going to a cultural festival. Why that's the case, I don't know. Why are you looking so gloomy for, Kay? It's nothing, don't worry about me. I already know that it's not nothing. You got that look on your face when you're thinking about something unhappy. She knows me better than I thought. She's right, you know. You always get a very distant look when you do that to yourself. Really? I'm fine, you don't need to worry about me. Fine then. Anyway, don't get gloomy. There's lots of fun things to do at the cultural festival. All of the cheap snack foods that I'm never allowed at home, I'm going to be able to eat all of them. She's drifting off into some kind of dream mode as she thinks about it. So delicious. So forbidden. I can barely contain myself. I need to have it now. Calm down, Hunamo says. You shouldn't eat too much, you know. You wouldn't want to get fat and let all your training go to waste. Who are you calling fat, Hunamo? You're the one who has more fat than me. Guys don't like too much fat. They prefer things to be smaller. You're just jealous that mine are heavier than yours. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I know what they're talking about. They're talking about their tits and ass. Ass and tits. Booty and titties. Booty and boobies. The grab them cakes and the grab them watermelons. I feel like again, don't let your children watch the stream if they're not 18. Wilton let out a heavy sigh. Forget I said anything. But Kay, do you prefer bigger or smaller? Bigger or smaller what? Just answer the question. Bigger or smaller? Well, people are naturally inclined to think that bigger everything is better. Bigger buildings, bigger meals, bigger homes, bigger cars. It's not that I don't like bigger things, but you can appreciate the smaller things too. Are you better off having a meal so big that you can't finish it, or a meal which is just big enough to satisfy your hunger? Both of these things are perfectly good in their own ways. You don't have to pick one or the other. Both of them look at me with shock. So, you like both kinds? Yeah, why wouldn't I? Sometimes I like a big meal that I can't finish. Other times I like a meal that's just the right size for me. Just the right size for you. There's a dazed look in her eyes, as if they can't handle what I just said. You are such a pervert. You don't discriminate at all, do you? I don't understand why I'm a pervert. Come on, you know exactly what we're talking about. How else could you be commentating to be so accurate? Yeah. I can see it through your ears quite clearly. I still don't know what we're talking about. I do, really? I don't. Just forget it then. What are you doing for the cultural festival? Haven't thought about it. I was thinking about staying home. Staying home? I see an iterated twitch in Hanumo's eyebrow. It's not long before Mikio speaks up. You said you're going to waste the cultural festival and stay home. Well, yeah, that was the plan. No, that's not going to happen, Hanumo says. You're going to come to the cultural festival. If you don't, I'll knock down the apartment door if I have to. And I'll drag you to the cultural festival by your leg, Mikio says. By my leg. Wouldn't that be painful? Mikio, you're a big guy. You can take it. I probably can, actually. Human beings are fragile creatures. I'm no exception. Then you better come to the cultural festival. I'll be really angry with you. I can't argue with that. Somehow I think that they're completely serious about dragging me by the leg to the cultural festival. Alright, I'll go to the cultural festival. Else I'll be dragged by my leg, have my face scraped across the ground. Good, I hate you for you wasted. Sam, we're going to have so much fun together. They both look really happy with the news. What do you think we should go see first? I don't know what attractions they're having this year. We'll just have to see what we can find on the day. I think so. There will always be some things we can find at least. Should the swim club do something for the cultural festival? Oh. We've been training so hard that we completely forgot about it. She looks really embarrassed by the situation. Guess it's too late to do something now. Hang on, I have an idea. She pulls Mikio closer to her and begins whispering her ear. I have no idea what these two could be planning, but I have a feeling it's gonna fuck me over. Judging by the expression of Mikio's face, she's not wholly comfortable with the plan. Were we going to do that? Yes, we're going to do that. But, that's so embarrassing. But I think he'll like it. Don't you? Well, I guess if I did it right, I could make myself look really cute. She deliberately playing with herself. But if we get caught, no one's going to be anywhere near the pool on that day, especially since we won't be doing anything for the cultural festival. This plan. So embarrassing. Poor Mikio looks like she's about to faint. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you're going to do it too. There's no way I'm backing down. Well, maybe the best may the best one win then. I will win, you see. I'll be even cuter than yours. What will be even cuter? Don't listen in, Mikio says. It's supposed to be a surprise. Raising an accusive finger, Mikio points it directly in Hunumo's face. I'll take you on, Hunumo. Responding as she always does, Hunumo keeps her cool, calm expression and gently pushes Mikio's finger out of the way. I look forward to it. Another thing to remember that the exams will be on soon. Will you be ready for that, Kay? We can always help you study if you need it. I think I'll be fine. Alright, we got something special for you waiting at the cultural festival. But try not to get distracted. Once again, I know nothing about what they're planning. I guess I'm going to find out sooner or later. So the best thing would be just to roll with it and see what happens. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling down a river. Yes, I made that joke because I'm insane. Things are really moving fast now. It's already time for exams, but I can't say that I'm happy now that I'm here. Despite Hunumo Mikio's best efforts, I still can't get over this apathy I have towards studying. I barely put any effort into studying the material. The swim club has been the only thing that I've really cared about at all. This may well end up being a problem for me. Oh well, it'll just be the rest of my exams, right? I should be able to pass with the bare minimum. When I look down at the paper, I can feel sweat going down my forehead. Just get it over with, that's all I have to do. Everything will be fine. The cultural festival is on after this, so all I have to do is pass. I can do that, right? Of course I can. As I finish my exam, relief washes over me. I think I did okay, all things considering. My teacher passes me to collect my exam. Hope that your studies have paid off, Kay. I'm sure they have. There's something in his eye which makes me worry, though. I cannot shake this feeling of dread I have. What if I'm not going to pass this time? How would my dad react? No, it would be fine. I'm sure it'd be fine. I gotta stop being cynical. I'm going to stay at this university with Hunumo and Mikio. I'm going to keep swimming. But for now, I should just leave. Outside, there's two people waiting for me. Hello, Kay, Mio says. How did you think you did in the exam? Mikio asks. Right, they're really worried about. They must be really worried about me. They did take far shorter to finish it than I did. I think I did fine. Don't worry about it. So that means we have nothing to worry about. We better not. After what happened with our study sessions, I won't accept that you did only less than your best. I did, really, I did. I'm reasoning with them, but I don't know how well I actually did. My empathy towards study is especially strong this time. Okay, are you sure you did fine? Really, I'm sure. You don't sound certain about that. If you fail this exam, I will never forgive you. That's because it just points to me to see you keep failing. Pains me to see you keep failing, not because I'm worried about you. I get it, I get it. I'm sure it's fine, so let's not worry about it. Neither of them seem convinced out of that. We'll see. For your sake, I hope that you did fine. After all, we did try our best to help you study. Can we forget about that, please? Forget about what, Kay? Right, nothing happened, so therefore, we can't remember it. That's right, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Though we're all laughing, I can't shake this feeling that something is going to go wrong. I think we'll choose it will be fine. No, I can't think like that. Everything will be fine. The Cultural Festival. It's finally here. After a few weeks of nothing of note happening, Miku and Hama burst into my apartment at the crack of dawn. They insisted that they had to make sure I was going. Now, I'm here and I was being dragged from stall to stall. Miki has been buying as much cheap food as she can. Adding more food! More, give me more, Mikio says. Calm down, Mikio. But Kay, I need more. Hanamo seems more invested by the craft stores and other small things. She eyes a small bracelet and picks it up. What do you think of this, Kay? It's just a bunch of plastic beads strung through a small strip of leather. Doesn't look bad for what it is, though. Are you thinking about buying it? Maybe. It looks nice to me. But I wanted to get your opinion first. Kay, my stomach hurts. You ate too much food, didn't you? But it was cheap and delicious. Because I'm going to the Nova's office. She wanders off slowly, clutching her stomach. Hanuma shakes her head as she walks off. Is she going to be okay? She'll be fine, Kay. She does that she does this at every cultural festival. Always too much food. Anyways, the inevitable upset stomach. And always the visit to the nurse's office. But it makes her happy, so she'll do it every single time. Making her stomach upset makes her happy? That doesn't, but the cheap food does. Each to their own, I guess. But what it is you like about the cultural festival? Seeing the new stands that people come up with every year. It's nice to spend time with friends here too. Never thought that I'd be spending it with someone other than Mikio this year. Mikio storms back through the crowd. My stomach stopped hurting. You made a very miraculous recovery. Now Hanamo just laughs at that. Come on, Kay. Let's go to the fortune teller. But I have my own tarot. Who cares about that? This is the cultural festival. We're here to have fun. So shut up and come with me. She seizes my hand and begins pulling me through the crowd. Wait, I just remembered. Don't forget our surprise for Kay. It's almost time. Miko's face turns bright red when she hears that. This is so embarrassing. The fortune teller will have to wait for later. Come to the swimming pool, Kay. We'll be waiting for you. The tone of her voice is very... How do I put it? What does she have planned? Miko looks like she's about to faint. Hanamo grabs her by the arm and drags her off. Wait, I need to think about this. You already bought the outfit. It's too late now. Despite a protest, Mikio doesn't put up much resistance. And what did she mean by outfit? I guess I'd better wait a few minutes before I turn up to the pool. Like usual, the pool is completely abandoned. You'd think this place was haunted given how people avoid it. Hello? Are you two here? Nothing. Dead silence. Surely they would have arrived here by now. Hanamo says, okay. He arrived just at the right moment. Hot damn. Hanamo is standing just outside of the changing room. What she's wearing consists of little more than a few well-placed straps, barely enough to conceal anything. Her chest, the straps are way too tight. They nearly spilling it around. A few elaborate bands are placed on her legs too. It's all very interesting. I'm not sure if I should be looking at her or if I should look away. She looks towards me with a mischief grin. What do you think, Kay? Is it not a nice swimsuit? I spent a very long time picking it out just for you. She couldn't possibly lean any further retort at that moment. Gently, she sways back and forth. I do agree that it's a nice swimsuit. Oh, tell me, what do you like about it? Please don't leave any details. I guess it has a nice color. My vague answer does nothing to delete her. Anything else? Anything at all? It is obvious what she really wants me to comment on, but I just don't want to say anything about it. She seems to notice the struggle I'm having with myself. Come on, I know you want to say it. You're admiring something, aren't you? Changing the topic, that's all I can do. Why are you still wearing that collar of yours? Why not? I feel it's a part of my style. Just like this swimsuit is. A devious little smile forms on her face as she leans back. All of this is me. You like it, don't you? I won't say that I dislike it. Good enough considering that it's you saying that. I know that you're really thinking, though. Why does my opinion about it matter so much? Because this is a competition. A competition? Who is she competing? Oh, why am I even asking this question? I already know who it is. So, Mr. Judge, what do you rate this? She lies down at the water's edge, spreading herself out spreading as far as she can. I can tell that she's completely serious about this. She wants me to see everything, and I mean absolutely everything. Does it not set your heart ablaze? Fill it with passion? I can start feeling sweat trickle down my back. What should I say? I know it can't be more blatantly obvious about hitting on me. I know it does. A voice calling out from the changing room interrupts her. Hey, we're supposed to poo at the same time, Mikio says. Hanuma shrinks a little bit. Uh-oh, looks like I've been caught. After scorning Hanuma for cheating and me for falling for it, it's now Mikio's turn. Hanuma's waiting in the changing room. Miko made it clear that she didn't want her to interfere. Speak of the devil. Miko slowly inches her way out of the changing room. She peeks behind the corner staring at me. Promise? Promise? Promise me. Promise me that you won't be too harsh, Kay. I promise. She goes back into the changing room. I guess I'll have to follow her. Kay, stop right there. It's too late. I've already stepped inside. What the well... Here. Just like Hanuma's outfit, it consists little of more than a few colorful straps. As she turns her back to me, I can't help but notice that there's a remarkable little material down below, too. A pair of twitchy fox ears sits atop her head and a squishy tear just from her bikini bottom. She lets out a tiny squeak, sounding much more like a mouse than a fox. What did the fox say? Damn. You don't make very good fox noses, you know. Shut up. It's not like I'm supposed to be good at being a fox. Or as the Blues Brothers 2000 film would say, I'm looking for a fox. How? I'm looking for a fox. Her tail flickers from side to side in variation. I was thinking about letting you touch my fluffy tail, but I guess that's not going to happen now. Touch your fluffy tail. I think that's code for something. Why on earth did she get a bizarre idea like that? Maybe it would be better not to think about it. Yes, you could have, but now it will never happen. Her ears twitch as she turns her back to me and pouts. To think I went all this effort to put this outfit together. I doubt it concerning how little she's wearing. Well, you look cute, you know. I think you make a great fox. She stops pouting and turns back to me with a red face. I'm cute? Am I really cute? Really cute, Kay says. Why would you say that? It's so embarrassing to be dressed like this. But at least I'm cute. Her tail swishes side to side fast. Somehow, these outfits that these two have purchased, I wonder if they were ever intended to actually be used in a swimming pool. Miko, I'm so glad you like it. I was so worried. This outfit is just so shameless. Look at it. As she squirms on the spot, the strap comes dangerously close to slipping. Letting out another one of her fox squeaks, she quickly turns her back to me to put them back in place. You saw nothing, okay? Nothing! Say what? You really are nice sometimes. She slips uncomfortably on the spot. It's obvious she's completely out of her element here. Are you done yet? It's obviously who the winner is. Miku's ears perk up as she says that. Hanuma, don't interrupt me. Those were the rules. But didn't you interrupt me? That's because you broke your own rules. You two wrongs don't make it right. I have a feeling I think if it was me judging, I'd probably give it to the first one. Because the second one just makes me think of furries. After all that, they ended up arguing with each other to come to any real conclusion about who won. A lot of stores are starting to close now, so no more cheap food for Miko. However, judging by the look on Hinemo's face, I think I haven't escaped just yet. I have another surprise for you, Kei. Come to the gym after classes. A surprise? What are you planning, Hinemo? I know that you're up to no good. You're just unhappy about the result of the competition. All Hanemo does in response is shrug. I have nothing to hide. That means you have everything to hide. I saw you at the costume shop the other day. What are you doing there? I wanted to buy a cute outfit for the cultural festival. What is wrong with that? A cute outfit? What did you mean by cute? I'm sure she isn't planning on anything nefarious, Mikio. You don't know what she really's like. She's got that look in her eye. There's something evil afoot. Please don't interfere. I'm sure it's nothing. Fine. She's pouting again. Oh well, I should be used to it by now. Now, why did Hanemo ask me to go to the gym after classes? I wonder how long I'll be waiting for this surprise of hers. I hear footsteps echoing through the empty gym. As I turn around, I see her. Well, hello, buddy. Hello, Kei. She's sitting on stage looking at me with a mischievous grin in her eye. What is she wearing? It's a classic bunny outfit, complete with ears, stocking, and a tiny cottontail. Seems she doesn't like any confidence in it either. The outfit barely hides her figure. Everything she has is probably displayed for me to see. I found myself a little shocked. What's with the outfit? Well, I wasn't happy with how things ended with... Please don't remind me. I don't want to think about it. Yes, so that's why we're here. I thought you would like something new. And I just thought it might be nice to wear this. Do you like it? I like it. I can't say that I don't like it. She jumps down from the stage and begins walking towards me. Well, if you like it, she begins pressing up against me. Perhaps you like a closer look. I've seen a lot of lewd things while I've been here, but this time, it's really going to my head. You seem flustered. That isn't like you at all. I guess you really do like this outfit then. Aren't you being a bit of an expeditionist? Maybe I am. But there's only one person that I want to show off to. How are you so sure I'm the only one seeing this right now? I made sure there would be no one else here. It's just you and me. No one else. She seems to lick her lips after she says that. It's making me a bit nervous. I see. So nervous. What are you so nervous about? You seem to like this situation, so I'm just doing something right. She really is hitting on me this time. All subtlety thrown out the damn window. Looks like Mika was completely right. Her lips look so inviting. Why are you looking at me like that? Do you desire something, Kei? I really need to find a way out of the situation. Imagine if Mikio saw this. It's then that I hear a voice call out. Mikio, what are you doing with Kei? Mikio shoves Hanemo away. No fair after the contest. Not you two, don't remind me. She cheeks puff up like two other balloons. Don't you dare say anything about that again. We must never speak of it. Stop yelling, please. The last thing I need is someone else to walk in and see the situation. I should have known you would interfere. Hanemo's already got her uniform on when we weren't looking. You are pure evil. You know the risk and you still brought Kei here. Sometimes you have to take risks. It does pay off at times. This isn't risk, this is suicide. I knew nothing good would come of it. Are you just jealous that I could spend time with Kei? Merciless as always, Hanemo. That isn't the point at all. The basketball club's going to be meeting here shortly. But I put the word out that the gym was unavailable, unless someone told him otherwise. Trailing off, Hanemo slowly turns around and eyes Mikio, who just so happens to be wearing a smug smile on her face. We'll have to talk about this later. I'm beginning to see layers upon layers of deception here. That's not the point, though. All of us escape the gym as quickly as we can. As we went off, I can't help but notice that Sonoma's skirt flies up just enough for me to catch a glimpse of a cotton bunny tail. What an unbelievable, exhausting day it's been for me. Fortunately, there's no drama when I get home. Hanuma and Mikio went straight home too. I don't think I can get any more attention from them right now. All I want to do is sleep. But it was fun. It was fun though. I could get used to the cultural festivals, but I'll think about that later. The phone is ringing. Hello, Kay. This is unexpected. Hey, Dad. Did something happen? You could say that. Something's wrong. The tone of his voice. I can feel a trail of sweat going down my spine. Why am I acting like this? What is this apprehensive feeling? How did you think you did on your exams? I think I did okay. Oh, you really think so? I had someone get the results early for me. He goes quiet for a moment. You aren't doing any better at that university, are you? My blood freezes out as he says that. He only ever takes it on his tone for one thing. It sounded like you were doing better. But I think that swimming club has done nothing but distracted you. I entertained the idea, but it's obvious that you've been getting nothing out of it. You need to focus on your academics. I'm panicking like crazy. It's probably whacking my brain to find a way to get away from this. But no ideas come to me. But Dad, are you even listening to me? I told you. This is going to end here and now. His tone is final. There's no convincing him otherwise. You're going to come back home and I'm going to get you a tutor. It's obvious that you haven't been able to learn anything from public universities. I've had enough of this academic might finally bring out your potential. I want to scream that it's not true, that he's wrong. But I can't find real argument against that. You barely made any friends too, so what's the point of you being there? Barely any friends? Hanamo and Mikio. What about the swimming club? Heavy sigh echoes through the earpiece. Did they even count? You haven't even been there for that long. I can't help but think back to those moments I shared with them. Everything I'd done while I was there. They've been there the entire time. After all that's happened, after they confessed in front of me like that. But I'm not going to hear it. Let me get this straight. This isn't negotiable. You're leaving and that's going to be final. I thought that independent living would sort your life out, but it seems I was wrong. It's time for you to come home. Traditional education just isn't going to cut it for you. I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole time to see if your studies are coming along. Do you get that? Do you understand? I begin to grind my teeth. There's 100 things I want to say to him right now, but my anger is only going to make things worse. I understand. I'll start packing my things right away. Deep down, though, I feel like I'm being torn apart. Good. I know this hurts, Kay, but I assure you that it's for your own good. You know that, right? I'm doing this because I care. You don't care at all. All you see are results. You never asked me what I want if I wanted to be a good student. No, that's just something you decided should happen. If you actually care, then you know what you'd be doing to me right now. But I can't defy you. Deep down, I know that you will drag me out of here kicking and screaming if you have to. I know, Dad. Alright, if you're fine with it, then I'll be seeing you soon. See you soon, Dad. And the audible clicks through my ears. I just stand there holding the phone in my hand. I feel empty. That's the only way to describe this. I am hollow. No fear, no despair, nothing. I haven't left my apartment in days. Swimming club practice is on today, but I don't even want to go anymore. All I can feel is bitterness as I stare out from my balcony. There really is no point in trying at all. For once in my life, I finally find something I wanted to do, but someone else took that away from me. Yet there's not a single part of me that's even willing to fight against that. I should be screaming out against it. Doing something other than sitting here moping. Maybe I don't really have any talent after all. Perhaps I was just deluding myself into thinking that I just didn't care enough to do anything. I just need some time to myself, to work all of this out. What am I going to do about this situation? My abysmal grades mean that Dad's going to force me to leave. If that happens, then I'll have to leave all this behind. I will never be able to go for swimming practice again. Worst of all, I'll never see those two again. No, I can't let this happen. I have to work out how to turn this around. But what can I do? This is the one time I need to speak out for myself most. Yet I cannot muster the courage to do so. Why must I be such a coward? For what felt like the first time in countless years, I've been genuinely happy. Shouldn't that be enough reason for me to do something? I guess a coward doesn't deserve a happy life either. I hope that you do well with whatever you do, Hanamo Mikio. I guess this really is the end for us. Wait, what's that sound? Heavy, distant knocks echo from the front door. There's only two people who'd be knocking like that. Slowly the door opens. That's right, I'd even bother locking it. Kay, are you here? Where are you, Kay? Hey. Where have you been? You had both of us so worried. That's right, my behavior hasn't been normal. What happened, Kay? Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. I can't hide the truth from them. They have to know what's going to happen. I'm scored really badly on the last test. My father heard about it. He was furious. He told me that the swimming club was a waste of time. That means I'm going to be leaving this town. Neither of them react to the news well. They just stare at me, angry, flaming in their eyes. But we have the tournament. Why aren't you going to say anything to stop this? You don't get it. I've never been able to choose my own path. My father would never accept me for having my own opinion. My entire family has looked down on me as the capable son. And I don't have anything to prove otherwise. Hanamo walks up to me. I expect better of you. I know you're better than this, Kay. She's right, you know. You really are stupid. Just because your dad told you that you can't, doesn't mean that you can't. Do something for yourself. Do something to make yourself happy. But, how can I possibly stand up to someone whose shadow I've lived in my whole life? By stepping out of his shadow. All you would do if you stay in its wither away. I finally get it now. I finally get all of it. This is the reason why you don't care. It's not that you can't achieve anything, despite what people think. We watched you go from being barely able to swim to being able to rival us. We've both been swimming for years, yet you seem to have naturally talent for it. That's right, I can barely keep pace with you now. You can do something if you actually care about it, Kay. I think what your dad really wants is for you to actually do something for yourself. Is that what he really wants? Mika's already picking up the phone and shoveling it into my hand. Call him right now. He wants you to prove that you're getting results, right? That's a good idea, actually. You win, and that proved to him that the swim club actually means something to you. If all he sees is results, then he'll let you stay. Do you really think so? It's worth a try, isn't it? That's the question. If all he wants is results, then I just need to prove it to him. Alright, here it goes. Both of them hold their breath as they watch me punch in his number. We have to see if he's available. I don't call often, but he normally responds when I do. The pair wandered over to my lounge, setting themselves in. Hello? Hey, Dad. Kay! Why are you calling right now? We need to talk. Okay, well, I can make time. If I can prove to you that the swimming club hasn't been a waste of my time, will you allow me to stay in this university? But how would you do that, Kay? There's a national swimming tournament coming up. If I come in first place, then can I stay here? Can I stay in the swimming club? You want to stay? Yes, I do. That's why I want to prove to you that I can get results. If I do that, will you let me stay? He goes silent for a very long time. It's a big ask. Are you sure you can actually do it? Yes, I'm sure. I can do it, Dad. Just give me the chance to prove it. Well, I can tell that he has his hand on his chin. I suppose I can do that. If you make it in first place, you can stay. But I thought you were happy to leave that place. I guess I changed my mind. I see. Is that really the truth? What are you really thinking about that whole time? We can talk about that for later. For now, just let me prove my worth. Very well. I need to go. Work's starting to pile up, like always. I'll be sending my assistant to keep an eye on the tournament. Before I go, though, do your best, Kay. Don't worry. I will. As I hang up the phone, Mika and her look up with hope. Did he agree to the plan? Did he, Kay? Yeah, he did. They both look overjoyed. What are we waiting for, then? Time to get training. I'll share Mikio's statement. Grab your swimming gear and head to the pool. It's time for special swimming training. Time for a montage. They call this a montage. But that's where we're going to end this part 2 tonight, because my voice is getting a little scratchy and tired. Thanks to cussing out the Buccaneers and the damn Buccaneers defense in particular. So, most likely the next time I'll be on, which hopefully will be Monday, we will probably be finishing this game up. So I will see you guys next time. What, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Weather permitting, internet permitting, and all that. But until then, have a good night, and I'll see you all next time.